Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're not interested in building wealth, then you should close this video right now. However, if you are serious about building wealth and securing your financial future, then you should subscribe to my channel. I post weekly videos on the topics of wealth creation and real estate. For those that are new here, my name is Zhang. I'm a self-made millionaire and a lifelong investor. In today's video, I'll be going over my personal investment portfolio, what I invest in, why I invest in it, and what I plan on adding to my portfolio in the future. Please note that this is not financial advice. It is only my personal opinion and my personal investment strategy. You should always consult with real financial advisors, not just some guy from YouTube. This should only be seen as inspiration and motivation to start your own research. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright guys, I think the best way to start a video is to start with income, because we need a secure source of income as well as a growing source of income so we can start investing and keep investing for the long term. I personally have multiple streams of income. These are mostly income streams that I built up over the years, mostly as an entrepreneur. However, I know that not everyone wants to be an entrepreneur or start their own business, and a lot of you guys are doing completely fine and very well in your chosen fields. So I will simply encourage you guys to entertain the idea of maybe starting a side hustle so you can grow your income, or really focus and start working hard towards progressing in your chosen field to really start growing that income stream. The way I see it is, if you have multiple streams of income, when you lose one of those streams due to unforeseen circumstances, you won't be dramatically affected. And at the same time, if you're really secure and doing well in your job, it'll be less likely for you to lose that job when times get tough. Either way, it is very important to provide yourself with that security and financial stability during these uncertain times. For me personally, my main income streams are a wholesale business that I've been running for about a decade, my cash flow positive real estate portfolio, my dividends from share, and I'm currently in the process of flipping a property and starting out new business ventures such as this YouTube channel right here. So if you're enjoying the video so far, please do me a huge favor by liking the video and subscribing for more content. Guys, don't get me wrong here, I'm not trying to brag or be like, oh look at how great I am. I'm simply giving you guys some motivation and inspiration to maybe start growing your income so you can invest more and retire early. Guys, I can't emphasize how important it is to build additional streams of income, because when you invest in the stock market or in the real estate market, you'll be getting 5, 10, maybe 20% a year, which is pretty good. But if you start a side hustle and that side hustle takes off, then you're looking at 100%, 200, or even 1000% return on investment. Now that we have discussed the importance of income, let's move on and start talking about investing. I want to start with something that is very hot right now, which is cryptocurrency. Before I start, I want to make it clear that cryptocurrency is very volatile and is definitely more risky than some of the other investments out there. And for that reason, I've only given it a 5% allocation in my investment portfolio. And if you decide to invest in cryptocurrency, I will encourage you to only invest about 10% of your net worth or even lower. To sum up cryptocurrency, it is simply a digital currency that is decentralized and not controlled by any government or central banks. There are thousands of cryptocurrencies out there, but most of them are completely useless. The main ones that I focus on and you should be focusing on are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and maybe XRP. To sum up my investment portfolio for cryptocurrency, I put 70% of my allocation into Bitcoin, 20% into Ethereum, and 10% into XRP. Now let's talk about why I think cryptocurrency is important. First of all, it is decentralized, it's not controlled by any government or bank. That means that they can't monitor it, they can't create more of it, and they can't manipulate it. Cryptocurrency is already being used online to facilitate transactions, and more bigger names are starting to adopt cryptocurrency into their business model. The most recent one will be PayPal, which is now offering to buy, sell, and hold cryptocurrency for its customers. As an investor, my ultimate goal is to create wealth and improve my net worth. And cryptocurrency has definitely helped me with that. I've seen a lot of growth in cryptocurrency and my cryptocurrency portfolio over the last few years. And I believe that cryptocurrency will continue to do well for me in the near future. To be completely honest, I'm definitely not an expert on cryptocurrency. I simply believe in the technology and its tremendous upside potential. But if you want to learn more about technology, there are a lot of learning resources online or other YouTubers who are much more knowledgeable than I am. So I'll encourage you to start doing your own research if you want to start investing in this technology. Now let's move on and talk about the stock market. Once again, the stock market can also be very volatile, and there are definitely a lot of risk associated with investing in the stock market, so I will strongly encourage you to do your own research and due diligence. I currently have a 10% allocation towards the stock market, and this includes international shares as well as Australian shares. However, the next part is pretty damn boring because I invest about 80% of my stock allocation into ETFs, which is pretty much an index fund that tracks the top companies of a particular market. For my exposure in the US market, I have gone with the S&P 500, which pretty much tracks the top 500 companies in the United States. And over the long term, the S&P 500 has seen a growth of around 9.8% per year, which is pretty impressive if you take into consideration the effect of compounding. I also invest in the ASX 200, which over the long term has seen a growth of around 13% per annum according to this report. The complete breakdown of my stock portfolio is around 30% into the Australian ETFs, 30% into the US ETFs, 20% into the emerging market ETFs, and then 20% into more risky individual stocks. The reason why I like ETFs so much is because that 99% of investors struggle to beat the market, and by buying the ETFs, you are minimizing your costs, and that way you get a wide diversification into the market, which over the long term is going to perform pretty damn well. And if I'm honest with myself, I know that I'm not in the top 1%, so there's no point me trying to pick my individual stocks to beat the market. And at the same time, I don't have the time to research and pick my individual stocks, so I just buy the whole market. That way I know it's going to require little effort from me, making the income pretty much passive, and it will do extremely well for me over the long term. To be completely honest, I think my exposure in the stock market is very low. My 10% is definitely low compared to what some of my friends have and what some of the bigger names have. And in the coming years, I want to increase that to about 20 to 25%. Cryptocurrency done, stock market done, so what's next? The next one might surprise a lot of you, and that is precious metals. Yes, we're talking about gold and silver, and this makes up about 5% of my portfolio. And out of this 5%, I allocate about 70% to gold, 20% to silver, and 10% to something much more interesting. So keep watching to find out what. The long-term performance of gold is definitely nothing to be impressed about. However, over the last 20 years, gold's performance has been extremely impressive. If we look at this graph here, over the last 15 years, gold has outperformed international shares, Australian real estate, and just about every single asset class except for cryptocurrency. I'm currently working on a video to go into more detail about why gold is doing so well and why it will continue to do well as we move into this era of uncertainty and increased inflation. The video will be released in the coming weeks, so if you're interested to find out more about gold, please subscribe to my channel so you're notified when this video is released. I personally think every well-diversified portfolio should have some gold in it. I actually think my 5% allocation in gold is very low, and I'm aiming to increase that to about 10 to 15% in the coming years. With big names like Ray Dalio, who's very bullish on gold, and Warren Buffett, who changed his stance on gold and recently purchased into a gold miner, there are plenty of reasons to be bullish on gold. And now to the exciting investment that I promised you guys before. My last 10% allocation in gold is towards gold miners. With the gold price soaring and the demand for gold higher than ever, I think the gold miners will do very well in the near future. Alright guys, I've spoken a lot about my investments, what I invest in and why I invest in them. However, you can't make an investment video and not talk about real estate. And if you guys been keeping track, out of all the investments I've listed before, they only make up 20% of my total allocation. And that means the last 80% of my allocation is towards real estate. I completely understand the need to diversify and why I shouldn't have so much of my money tied up in real estate. However, my track record in real estate has been really good, and I'm very confident with my ability and knowledge in real estate. And for that reason, I think I'll be able to make much better returns on my investment when I invest in real estate. Real estate is the only asset class where you can buy for under market value, meaning that you can buy a 200k property for 150k and you've instantly made a 50k equity gain. Have you ever tried to borrow money from the bank to invest in stocks? If you have, then the chance of you being laughed at by the bank manager is probably very high. But when you invest in real estate, the banks pretty much throw money at you, meaning that you can put down a 20% deposit and get exposure to 100% of the capital growth. A quick example would be a 20% deposit on a 200k property, and if that property increases by 10%, that means you get a 50% return on investment for the 40k that you put down. which is much higher than the 9.8% generated by the S&P 500. And then there's the rental income. My current real estate portfolio consists of 8 properties which generate around a 6% rental return. With the current interest rate at 3% and my portfolio returning 6% in rental returns, I'm making a profit every single month. I could go on and on about the reasons why I love real estate, and I have done just that in my previous videos. So if you want to find out more about why I love real estate so much, please feel free to check them out. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What's your favorite type of investment? Real estate, cryptocurrency, precious metals, or shares? Investing is a great wealth building tool used by the rich for thousands of years. Having your money work for you while you sleep should be the ultimate goal for every single investor. Now let's talk about setting goals. While investing is a great way for you to achieve your financial goals, it is definitely not a get-rich scheme. If you want to hit the jackpot and get rich tomorrow, then investing is not for you. I think it is very important to set realistic and measurable goals. It will help you with the whole process and help you be consistent at it. So here is my personal goal. It is by no means perfect, but it is a goal that I think is measurable and achievable. My investment goal is to invest at least 50% of my income after tax and have my investment grow by 10% a year. I will diversify my portfolio to achieve both capital growth and generate income so that I can achieve a passive income of $100,000 a year by the age of 30, which is in 2 years' time. And then grow that passive income by 10% every single year after that, and ultimately retire on passive income by the age of 40. Again, this is my personal strategy and opinion, and none of anything we've discussed in this video is financial advice. I will strongly encourage you to do your own due diligence and research before making any form of investment. And this brings us to the end of the video. Thank you for watching till the very end. If you found value in this video, hit that like button, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe for more content like this. I'll see all of you guys in the next video.